Hello, hello. I'm hoping that we're back here, guys. Sorry about that. I'll wait a little bit here for people to get back in here. Um, yeah, just wacky internet stuff going on. Apologies about that, but I figured this one is more of like for subscribers and people that are hanging out anyway. So maybe it's not as big of a deal because this video will likely not be pushed out very much out there. Um, this is just kind of for us, but yeah, I'm should be back up now. All right, so we'll wait in here. I'll talk a little bit more about this Wakandan tech here, coming being explained here by the Rio London, Rio man London. So I think that yeah, it could even be something from the Wakandan tech because what I think would be really cool is if Tony Stark and Wakanda sort of merged together and they both used all of their technology to make the most advanced weapons, the most advanced stuff that they could. I mean, why wouldn't they? At this point, if Earth is really, really being challenged like that, it would only make sense for them to use all of the power and technology and ability and everything that's at their disposal. It would only make sense for them to do that. So, yeah. So, appreciate that. Um, let's get into another question here. And we'll go to okay, let's see here. Let's go to Shadia Manoz on Instagram. What do I think about the theory that Captain America will give Captain Marvel the captain title? I actually like that theory. I'm a big fan of that theory. I think that would be really, really cool. Um, yeah, I'm a fan of it. Like I said before, they both have military experience. They both understand um, yeah, that's they both have military experience. I think it just makes sense, and it's kind of weird that they never call her that in her own movie. I was always kind of weirded out by that, right? Like, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they do that? But yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that theory. So thank you so much. Um, let's see here. So here's an interesting question. Is like, and I'm sure maybe some of you were thinking this too. They're asking me if I actually watched the video with the spoilers, and I did not. So to be completely real with you, I mean, I don't want to watch that video at all. I'm pretty confident that a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about here on this channel over the past 6 months is true and is going to be in the movie. I am really curious as to how it ends up in there, and I feel like it's kind of cheating to get like the actual spoilers. And so, as badly as I want to know what is going on in the film and if I was right and if we were all right here as a family, as a unit, and all that, it's worth it to me to not watch it. Now, that does not mean I won't be able that does not mean I won't watch it. I just for now I'm able to really resist, right? And it's an interesting problem, and this is an experiment, as we were saying before. This is sort of an experiment as to like how can we make content and still interact with the community without spoilers, you know what I mean, without opening up to trolls. So we're just kind of trying that right now, and we'll see where we go from there. Let's see here. Another question from Sir Kixalot 84. Um, Thor totally survives this, right? I think so. I think Thor is safe. There were some things that were said about something really weird happening to him. Perhaps he'll become really old. He gets the Odin Force. All sorts of different things could happen. But I think that Thor is safe, and especially because of Ragnarok and how popular the character is now, I do think that we will see Thor in some upcoming stuff. So, all right, let's go over to Twitter and let's grab some questions from Twitter. Let's see here. Okay, this is an interesting question from Nathan But Game. I love that name. I say it all the time, but it's true. Who gets the KO and/or kill shot on Thanos? Who deserves it? My top guesses are Hawkeye, seriously, Nebula, Tony, Thor, or Cap. I wish Drax would be the one, but they won't do that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like first of all, there's two questions in here, right? It's like, is it a KO or a kill? I don't know. I can't really decide, but I believe that it should probably be Tony or Cap. And it really depends on like how Cap is going to fall if he does fall. we're like 99% sure the Cap's gonna die, and it really comes down to like, what is that sacrifice? Is he holding Thanos off? Is he doing something else to give them a shot at Thanos? Whatever he's doing, it's going to make a lot of sense there. But I would say it should probably go to Tony and or Cap, um, with an outside chance of like Rocket or something. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't mind Rocket getting the big shot with like some kind of huge gun, or War Machine with his big proton cannon or something like that. So I don't know. That's a really good question though. I really don't know. Or Hulk. Wouldn't that make sense? Hulk punches him, knocks him out. You know what I mean? Gets that. Kind of a good one for me. Uh, some more people just saying that they really like how we're dealing with the spoilers, which I really appreciate. And right, just like totally being real with you guys. So like, I got in like super late last night. I left my phone in Chicago. Actually, my phone was stolen in Chicago, and it's just been weird because like our flight was delayed and I'm kind of behind, and so we're trying to figure this out. I basically just got set up a little while ago. The show kind of ran into the live stream. The live stream had an internet problem. You know what I mean? We're sort of on the struggle bus. Do you know what I mean? So I appreciate you if you're still in here watching. And let's just do a few more questions. Probably go for like 20 more minutes, and then I'll save any question that I didn't go over yet. I will do again in the next fan chat live, which hopefully will be very soon. Got some more messages. People just saying they appreciate it. Yep, yep, yep. Very, very cool. Take some notifications. Let's see here. Ty Harmon asks, in the newest TV spot, everyone keeps saying that Tony is flicking Ant-Man at someone or something rather than just flicking him comically, like Thor punching Hulk. What do you think? Fan chats live. I don't really know about that. To me, it did kind of just seem like comical. I assume it could be something else, right? Where they're trying to do something with strategy. I don't know. It's funny. It's like, so Ant Man is supposedly going to be like the big hero of this whole thing, right? Um, and yet it seems like in a couple of the shots we've had people sort of taking shots at him, throwing some major shade over there, which is kind of interesting. And I don't know how to feel about it. Actually, if Ant Man saves the day, shouldn't they be giving him a little bit more respect? Put some respect on his name. You know what I mean? Let's see here. We got one just coming in from Dustin's Gooding. What do you think that Doctor Strange did to the time stone in Infinity War? Time loop, depowered stone, etc. So my favorite theory with that is the time loop. I think that he gave him a time stone from the future. And so what will happen is once the loop catches up with itself, that stone will just disappear. It'll go from where it was set through a time loop to where it belongs in the future. It'll no longer be in the present. And that would make a lot of sense to sort of depower Thanos a little bit, start the Avengers to sort of be able to go through time and different things like that. So that's kind of my interpretation of it. I know I really do like the theory that it was cursed as well. I mean, you see, some people have even gone on to say that the reason that the gauntlet is messed up is not so much because of the snap breaking everything, but because Doctor Strange cursed the time stone, and when he used it, the time stone like just decimated it. You know what I mean? But thank you, Dustin, for that question. I appreciate that. I'm gonna scroll a little bit lower here, and let's get some. Oh yeah, 15 minutes ago. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. If you could smash that like button, that would be pretty freaking awesome. Thank you so much. How about Captain Marvel move against Thanos' ship in one of the TV spots? Yeah, it's gonna be pretty stupid sick to see her sort of handling stuff in space, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty freaking cool. I'm pretty excited for all that. See if it would drop a little. Yeah, so I had some people talking about how you should be really really careful because the thing is the trolls they're trying to find people that don't want the spoilers on there, and they're trying to put the spoilers on there just because that's what trolls do. So that's why we had to take extra precautions over here at Den Quested. Okay, looks like we got some from Kevin Brown. Let's accept this. I have the oddest gut feeling that all the OG Avengers are done after this movie. We'll never see them again. Maybe the retired ones. Cap dies, Tony dies, Thor dies, Black Widow dies, blah blah blah. Thoughts? Okay, so Kevin, let's go with this question. Um, it's possible. I've considered it as well, but my gut tells me no because I think that it's important that some of those characters move on to remember Cap, to remember different things, to remember the world as it was in the Infinity Saga and different things like that. So I don't really think that they're all going to be killed. But there could be a lot of them that are killed. And also, some of the people that died in the snap might come back. And then once they all come back, people from there could die as well. So you might get people that die twice, right? Like you died in Infinity War in the snap, you come back and you just die again. Wouldn't that be rough? But it's very, very possible. Um, and then number two, you talk about how the stones could be destroyed at the end of the movie. So that's a really interesting one too. Um, I'm I'm really interested in how that is all going to play out because I do think that they need to sort of take the stones off the table or put them somewhere on the shelf. So either some organization like Illuminati or Infinity Watch needs to have them, or they do need to be destroyed. Also, I see you talking about like Dragon Balls and different things like that. You know, I've always thought it would be weird if they just shot into the sky and shot out into different universes or places in the galaxy, just like the Dragon Balls would. That would be really cool as well. But I think you're onto something. Like they need to do something with those stones, take them off the table, but also have them available for future films, future conflicts, and different things like that. Okay, but thank you so much for the question, man. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's go to Ryder Smith on Twitter. I heard somewhere that the spider thing on Tony's back is an energy redistributor. Do you think that's what it is? It would explain the lightning hitting him. Yeah, it definitely could be. I think that it has probably multiple functions, but one of them could be absorbing energy. You know what I mean? It could have been made specifically so that Thor could juice him up, or that maybe even Captain Marvel could juice him up. And it's going to be interesting to see, like, okay, so when does he build that armor exactly? Because we know it's going to be down the line a little. What does he experience before that? Does he learn something about the new people and perhaps build the suit in a certain way because of that? That would be very interesting. But yeah, it could be an energy redistributor. Ryder Smith on Twitter. Thank you, man. Appreciate the question. I'm gonna knock out all these Twitter questions, guys, and then we're gonna get on out of here. Not really a question, but I created an endgame predictions game with my friends. I thought it'd be cool to share. Dante Epps, thank you for that, man. I'm gonna take a peek at this. It's like a little drinking game kind of thing. Do they wear the gauntlet? Dead or alive at the end of the movie? Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's almost like a fantasy football for the Avengers. At the end here. Okay, let's see here. We got one coming in from Norin Rad. Going forward, if Thor survives the movie, do you think we will see more Thor movies? I know the formula has been 3 movies, but Ragnarok was so damn good. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Norin. I think that he's safe, and I think that we're going to be getting more Thor. I think it just makes sense at this point, and you don't necessarily need Thor movies. You know what I mean? Like sprinkle him in with some cosmic stuff. Even the Guardians, like he could sort of be hanging out with the Guardians, or the Guardians could interact with him. I really hope they keep him in the fold, and they could do another Thor movie would be great, or weaving him into another big cosmic movie I think would be great as well. Let's see here. We got one in from Quotadian89 on Twitter. Whilst I know you can't talk about the spoilers in the leaked footage, what effect do you believe it has on people's excitement and expectations of the movie, and will it affect the box office? It will not affect the box office. I don't think it'll affect the box office at all. At this point, I think people that are first of all, I don't really know how bad the spoilers are, so it's kind of weird for me to answer this question. I think Ken, yeah, I know Ken watch them, right? So maybe I'll sit down with Ken and sort of ask him about it without like learning about it myself because, as I said, I really don't want to know, right? But I don't think it's going to affect the box office. It doesn't. It can't possibly spoil every single thing that's in the movie. And a lot of people that are in the spoiler culture, it's not the spoilers that